Welcome, everyone, to the debut episode of Under the Pink Hat. This is a podcast where I talk about movies, TV, comics, basically whatever seems interesting and fun to talk about. In a lot of the time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my friends watch a random movie, and then we're just going to gab like a couple of gals about it. You might be questioning what the lore of the pink hat is. Okay, the pink hat. I wear a pink hat. Where that pink hat came from? GTA RP. And that's it. That's the lore. This week, I am joined by my good friend and fellow content creator, Tirif Misu. I made them watch Small Soldiers, and now we're going to gab away. So hello, Tirif. Thanks for joining me.
Hello, thank you for letting me out of the basement. I've been watching Small Soldiers on repeat nonstop.
You're not supposed to tell anybody.
I'm
So, yeah. Sorry. See, this is a movie that I watched when I was a kid, and I looked up the release date and I was like, did this actually come out? This was released July 10th, 1998. I'm an old guy, and goddamn, I was young then. I was young and full of hope, you know?
I thought that I'd seen this before, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I think I've just seen the cover of it, and I used to have the toy of Archer and the eyeball guy. We
Oh.
got them from a thrift store, but we got so I guess I just thought that I'd seen it because I had the toy, because I was like, why would I have this toy if I'd never seen the movie? But I guess we just had them.
I don't even think I had any toys of this. I was obsessed with this. I probably wore down the VHS copy I had of this
Holy shit.
over and over, but I don't think I ever owned any toys of it, which thinking back about it is fucking crazy. I thought I for sure would have, but no.
Yeah, we had the little guy, little Archer, and we had definitely had the eyeball guy, because I remember wiggling his little eyeball around. And we might have had part of the one homeboy, the soldier guy, Tommy Lee Jones.
Chip Hazard.
Yeah, but I could not begin to tell you where we got them from, because we just always had them in my memory.
There's just a mystery of how they got into your house. They were just there.
As far as my brain is concerned, my world has always included Archer Gorgon.
Oh, well, maybe they just strolled on in because their chips were working at the time, but then they fried a small EMP or something. But we'll get into that later. That's spoiler territory.
They walked in. They said, "This is our home now," like a cat.
Yeah. I also have an update from the actual creator and writer about what happens after this movie. So we'll get into that later when we get to the ending. We'll talk about what your theory is, and then I'll say what the update that we got was. But it was crazy because I'd picked this movie because I've been planning this podcast for a while, and I picked this movie forever ago. And then I saw the update of what happened from the original writer, and I was just like, this is just fate. It was fate to do this movie.
Everything is connected.
It's all
the dots,
connected.
they are connected.
Yeah. So we had a pretty stacked cast.
Actor.
Yeah, in this movie. A young Kirsten Dunst. I think she was 15 in this movie. She had just come off of Interview with the Vampire, so she was still pretty fresh. She wasn't even Mary Jane status yet, so it's crazy to look at. Damn, she was so young. And then we had Tommy Lee Jones, we had Phil Hartman, R.I.P. We had Kevin Dunn, David Cross, and Dennis Leary. Christina Ricci shows up. Frank Langella obviously is the voice of Archer, and even Sarah Michelle Gellar. So it's crazy to think about.
Daphne and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, and fucking Buffy the Vampire, man. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not a vampire, a slayer.
Yeah, one of her lesser-known roles.
Yeah, her lesser one. It's an indie thing.
A little indie
you may not have heard of it. So one thing I did like is at the beginning, I kind of was on board with the CEO of Globotech when they're showing off there's actual soldiers in the ad that they made, and you're just can they actually do that? And you're just no.
No,
And
they're
it's like, oh
toys.
yeah, it's like I hate when things are like advertised like that. It's just they're not being truthful in what they do. And he's just like, you know what? Let's actually make the toys do what they're advertised to do, like what we actually see them do. I thought that was pretty like legit of him. It's just like, no, let's actually no, we're gonna actually make this. We're not gonna make shit up. And you know, you don't see CEOs being that chill about it. And you know what? I kind
Well,
of
he had some very contradictory takes. He's like, no false advertising, but fuck them kids.
yeah, fuck them kids. Who cares?
I just want their money.
Isn't that too violent? No, it's action. Who cares?
No, who cares? Fuck them kids.
Yeah,
Take
fuck
all
them
of their
kids.
parents' money.
As long as I become a billionaire, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he was very based up until he decided he didn't give a shit.
It's like, oh, you know what? This is cool, but let's squeeze every bit of blood we can out of this stone. Let's just make it so we are rich as fuck.
Which
I will
literally-
say the toys were huge. Like I thought, like especially thinking back on the scale, like when I remember watching it as a kid, I was like, oh, you know, they're the size of small little normal action figures. The
No,
toys
they're,
are
like,
pretty fucking
giant.
big. Yeah, they're huge. And
they're like the size of bigger than that kid's head.
yeah, like I have
They could have
some
snapped
toys
his
in-
neck if they felt like it.
I have some toys like in my office, and if that one of those started moving on their own, I would be terrified. Are you sneezing away over there?
Yes,
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's gonna be enhanced audio, bass boosted. You know, we're
If you
gonna turn
have
that
to.
into something. Yeah, if for the content.
No, I always when I'm editing, when I sneeze, I animate it in the thing. I like move the screen around to my sneeze.
Let's just jot that down. Animate Tirif sneeze. Perfect.
Me when
Um,
I'm snoozing. But yeah, no, if any of my things come to life, I hope that they are merciful to me because all I do is organize them and I put them in on a little shelf, nice, and then every occasionally I'll take a little wet rag and wipe them down of their dust. And I hope that they're all having a good time.
You
hear
gotta
that, little
de-dust them.
Furbies?
Don't kill me, Furbies. All right.
Don't kill me, Furbies. I love you so much.
I swear, like the Furby had in my house as a kid was haunted.
No,
'Cause it would-
Furbies are imbued with the soul of a demon. I think that's like so they use like the government chip to make the toys and small soldiers, but the Furby company just used the souls of the damned.
It cut costs, you know, rather than building a chip and ordering it. You know,
I
just take out a book.
Just like
you know,
yeah, just read.
sacrifice a goat or something, and just bring some demons in.
I mean, sometimes you don't even have to sacrifice a goat. You can just like make IOUs like for your firstborn and all.
You just like write it on like a piece of paper and just hand it to
Yeah.
them and be like, hey, I owe you this. Just redeem this in a few years or whenever.
Yeah, just
whatever works
whenever-
for you.
Whenever the spawn exits its host.
And it shoots out of the cannon.
Yeah, got you.
Animate cannon there. Editor, aka me.
Editor. Me.
Anyway, let's move on with the story. And then when they're ordering the chips and everything,
Mhm.
and he like puts getting the chips in and ordering them and putting them in the toys, and then one of those motherfuckers is just like, what are you worried about? They're only toys. And I was just like, oh, he fucking called it. Like,
There he goes. There he
There
goes. Death flag. Death flag.
oh, you fucking foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's what they think.
He did the thing. What did you
Uh.
think about Alan when we see him in the store for the first time? Like when he's sitting there, he's chilling.
He is the most 90s looking kid I've ever seen in my life. He's got the flannel. He's got like the hair part, like the undercut, like hair part thing that they
Mhm.
for some reason every like cool teenager was like they're like, this is what the kids are doing, all right. They got the cool bad boy haircut, and it's just that.
Yeah, and I even made a note of this. I was like reading Motocross magazine in store. So cool and hip. Like this kid was just like the epitome of fucking coolness in the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
and the fact
He's
that he's just like a weirdo outcast, like, I'm not buying it. Like, that's the most unrealistic thing in this movie. Like, I'm not buying it.
I think he's no, everyone would think he's so cool because he's got the flannel and he's got the 90s haircut and he's got the damn. He runs a toy store. Like his father runs a toy store.
But it's not a
And
cool toy store. That's the thing. People don't like it because it doesn't have cool toys.
I don't buy that shit either. I think that any kid would be like, "Yo, look at the old shit." Like even if they want to come in and just like make fun of old shit. Like 90s kids love doing that.
Yeah, I honestly, that giant ship that's in there that keeps coming up, I would
Yeah.
love to have that.
Like that shit's sick.
Yeah, like even if you put like get a little motor on it, and send it off and go like actually cruise it around in a pond or something, that would be
Yeah.
so much fun. Like I would have put like my action figures in there and just like made them go on
And
a
it's a
little
huge
adventure.
it's a huge boat. It's a
It's
giant boat.
huge. That's what I mean. Like that's so cool. Like I would appreciate that. Like I would own that now if I had space for it. I'd absolutely own that thing because that is fucking cool.
Yeah, just put it as a centerpiece, and then you can use it as like a little a installation, and you can like pose all your little people on it.
Yeah, fuck, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
Thanks,
sick as
mom and
hell.
dad, for giving me nothing.
Yeah, why didn't you give me the giant boat for small soldiers? I thought you loved me.
Yeah, I thought you loved me, mom. What the fuck?
Relationship with mom ended over boat. Hypothetical boat, by the way, not even a real one.
Hypothetical. So, and then we get the shipment. He's getting the shipment of stuff, and we see the fucking delivery guy's like, he's just like, oh hey, what are those toys? I don't know. Let's find out. This guy's just fine with just opening a box that he's supposed to deliver and like going through their shit. Like I'd be so
Which was
pissed.
crazy.
Yeah,
like
I'd be
what? Also, like if they're like cohorting and planning and shit, and he's like, oh, you've never like lost a box and stuff, and it's like, okay, well maybe he could lose a box. He gave him all of the fucking like the promotional shit too. He's like, here's the standee and all of the like, wow, here's the cool like banners and shit. I'm like, bro, they're not gonna believe that. They're not gonna believe that you lost all of that. Like
Here,
maybe a
have this
box.
super expensive stuff that they're definitely gonna notice didn't get delivered. Here, just fucking have it. You don't even have to pay me up front for it because I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Just here you go, man. And
Yeah,
first
he sold
of all,
it for like. Also, those were going to sell for like $80. An $80 toy in the 90s. Like holy shit! Like how much was like a Nintendo or like a something like that in the 90s? Like that toy was worth either most of a Nintendo or part of a Nintendo. How many was Nintendo?
In 1998, it would have been the N64, which was $150 in 1998.
Okay, and he was gonna get Archer and the little Tommy Lee Jones figure. That's a Nintendo. That's a Nintendo 64 in the 90s.
Yeah, that's
He could have been
insane.
playing Mario 64. And
there's-
instead he has evil toys.
And there's no way that those fucking toys would even be that cheap based on the technology that's in them. Like those chips would have cost millions of dollars to buy, like to put in there. Because like those were like munitions chips. Like those are not cheap. That's just not cheap.
That shit was crazy. He's like, oh, I don't know. I just got this little chip that I got from the Defense Department. And it very clearly was like from the Defense Department. Also, whenever he was like looking up, whenever he was like, he's like, okay, lots. I thought he would type. I was very sad he didn't type in literally what he was saying. He's like, okay, we need some chips. They need to be smart, and we need lots. But then he types like microprocessor, this bulk or some shit. I'm like, why didn't you be funny?
Could have been funny about it. You had the chance and you fucked it.
You decided to be not funny.
And I noticed this, like, so, fast forward a bit, he's opening the toys, he's talking with Archer and stuff. Alan is such a fucking dick to Archer at the beginning.
I
Like,
know.
he's such an asshole. Like, Alan, now shut
Well,
up.
that's why he
Like,
doesn't have any friends.
yeah, like, he's just got a fucking bad attitude. And like he keeps snapping at his parents, like, oh, I guess I can't do anything right. Wish you would just give me a chance. Like, they didn't say anything about like you
I
being
wish
a
you'd just give me a
screw up.
chance after you've admittedly done a crime.
Yeah, like they like he's yelling at his mom on the porch, like, oh, I guess I can't do anything right. Never give me a chance. She's like, oh, how'd everything go today? Like, completely normal question. Like, he's home early. Like, maybe something went wrong and all this shit. Like, she was just asking you about your day, bro. Calm down. Like, she wasn't even like snarky about it. She's just like, oh, is everything okay today? Like, just mom stuff. And he's just like, oh, mom. And
I
was
can't
just-
believe you're asking me a very normal question about my day as a teenager.
Oh.
Ah!
I'm a broody teenager. Oh.
Haven't you seen my flannel? You can't talk to me like that.
Yeah, I'm in flannel, mom. Show some fucking respect to the flannel.
I'm
Oh
a
my
cool
God.
French guy.
Yeah, and then after, like, the soldiers get up and they destroy the store and everything, and Archer's freaking out, and Alan's just being a fucking asshole to him. Archer's like, hey, like, my people might be dead. Like, can we, like, do something or look for them? And he's just like, oh, shut up. You're a fucking toy fucking Gorgonites. Like, I was like, you're such a prick to him, dude. Like, how would you feel if your entire family was just, like, missing, presumed murdered, and you're asking for somebody to help, and he's just like, oh, I'm putting on my old school headphones and listening to a cassette tape. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I was like, wow, that guy's really cool. He had put his headphones on to his fucking Sony CD player.
oh, well, yeah, it wasn't even fucking cassette. It was CD. Like, oh, kid's epitome of cool.
I know. He's like rich because he's got the CD player.
Oh, yeah. No, everyone's still on cassette at this point. Like, he's just like, hey, I'm balling. Like, and that house is huge. Like,
Yeah, they got a big ass
dude,
house.
they got money.
I also like that the movie was like low key, like an environmental message, and then also low key anti-American military.
Yeah, it's just, what was the point of this movie? Like, where were they coming from?
I think they were mad.
They were definitely mad about something.
They were like, I fucking hate the American military, and I fucking wish they would stop putting down trees for this techno garbage, and I wish that the environment was better.
And
But
What?
movies in the 90s were not political.
oh no, you couldn't have a message. Like, no,
They've never
you.
done that.
Yeah, who does that? Like, just put some cartoons on that mean nothing. Bam, $1 billion. Fuck a message, dude. And I also like hate that the Gorgonites at first were just like, oh, like, we don't fight, we hide, we run and we hide, which is fine. At first, I get it. That's what they were programmed to do. But these chips are all about adapting and learning and getting smarter. You think they'd be like, hey, we're under attack. We should probably, do something about that. But no, they just run and hide. Like, they have weapons. They're smart and all this shit. And no, we're just gonna hide and get obliterated and not do a thing about it.
Well, maybe that was the message, Like the guy who was programmed to win and who was he learned a lot faster because he believed in himself and he had the confidence, and everything in his past and in his body is telling him that he's going to win, as to where the Gorgonites, everything around them and everything they know is telling them that they're going to lose.
Fair
So
enough.
the world is against them and the odds are against them, and it's a lot harder for them to get up and stick up for themselves because they're on the losing end.
I mean, we talk about how Chip Hazard, like, I know he's a toy and all that shit. No fucking morality. Like, this dude's
Oh
a
no,
monster.
he's a fucking asshole.
Like, he's fucking doing experimentation on people. Like, fucking
He's
ripped.
doing Nazi experiments and also he's like, well, my friend is dead. I guess I'm gonna rip his brain out and put it into a bunch of hot chicks. And I'm like, Damn, okay. I didn't know. I thought that was gonna go somewhere very unfortunate because they were all like, "Oh man, these are like some hot girls." I'm like, "Damn, they're gonna put the homie's brain into a hot chick and just like pass him around." Is that where this is going?
But no, they shave their heads and turn them into complete psychos and monsters.
Which could still be hot, you know.
Hey, if you're into that, you know.
I did love them. I loved the like Gwendy army chicks. I was like, this shit is so like, it's so goofy, but
Oh
I was
yeah.
just like so charmed by it. I was like smiling the whole movie. I was like, this shit is so just like fun and charming and cute, and
Like
especially Archer.
this movie's insane, but it was so enjoyable to watch, like even as an adult. Like it holds up really well to like what I remember as a kid. Like it
Yeah.
holds up pretty fucking good. And I was watching a lot of behind the scenes stuff about the making of this movie, and man, they like there's like you could tell like there's CGI, but
Oh, for
considering it was
sure.
1998, like that CGI is pretty good. Like I think that still holds up quite a bit because they
I think
didn't
the
go for.
CGI. I've always been on the camp of like the CGI will hold up a lot better if it's stylized. So
Yeah,
like
like
because the toys are like so crazy and goofy looking, like you can tell it's CG. Nobody's like, "Oh, those are real toys." You can tell what they did. They actually did have some like practical effects. Because they had
yeah,
both.
most of it was actual puppets.
Yeah.
They actually have the exact number of puppets they made for filming. It was
Oh shit.
237
Oh
puppets they
lord.
made for this movie, and most of it, like most of the movie, was actually either them on set or using the puppets, and they were put on it later. They were super like imposed onto into the scene, but a lot of it is actually practical puppets, and watching them just like mess around with them and build them and stuff was really fun to watch because like they were so into these puppets and having fun with them. Like there's one scene in the making where they're just like messing around with them, making them walk at each other and like swing knives and swords
Aw.
and stuff. And they tried to kick something out of the way, but the legs wasn't strong enough on the puppet, so they just start fucking laughing. And I was like, there's so much like passion put into this movie. And I think that's kind of why it holds up because it wasn't just like a cash grab to copy Toy Story or anything like that. It was like, it's the same idea of toys coming to life, but let's make it our own. And I don't know, watching the behind the scenes stuff, it was just like, yeah, no, they were fucking all about this movie. Like they
Uh
were 100% in. And I think the animatronics also, who was the lead, Stan Winston, also did movies like Jurassic Park and Alien. So they brought in like a huge award-winning puppeteer to design and build them. And I think that's what made them so good. It's just like, no, let's bring this fucking guy who knows all about this, like the king of the
yeah, let's bring in this
animatronics.
baller.
Yeah, like he's a baller, and he actually owns a school now for teaching like animatronics and
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that and special effects. I'm like, that's fucking cool. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I will say that this is like a DreamWorks movie. And this is definitely around the time where they 100% were capitalizing off of Toy Story.
Hmm.
Uh but it's not like Pixar Disney owns the concept of toys coming alive, right?
Yeah.
So they but I'm glad that they did something different because there's a lot of movies that DreamWorks did where they're just like taking the piss out of like Disney, which is like
Hmm.
exact like what Shrek was for. That's literally why Shrek exists. But there's a
Sure.
non-zero chance that they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make they're doing the Toy Story, we're going to do the Toy Story."
We're just gonna do it live action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
live action Toy Story.
live action. Hell yeah. So quick question: who is your
Uh-huh.
favorite toy in this movie?
Archer. He's a little
Archer?
cutie. He made me so happy.
I did love Archer. He was so
Oh, I
soft
don't know.
spoken.
I'm also I don't know because I do like the Gwyndy dolls. They are really crazy and I love them. They give like a Frankenhooker energy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I'm looking up the names because I can't remember the name. I think my favorite was either Slam Fist or Ocula because I
Oh
think they were
yeah,
just like so cute, like Ocula with his little
he's
eye
my
just
little
batting around,
cutie.
so cute. But Slam Fist is also just like such a gentle creature, even though he's a big
He
like
has like
honking thing.
the is Slamfist the one that's like, "Me lord." He has like the like peasant voice.
Yeah, my lord, he's got the
"Me
big rock
lord."
on his hand and he's could smash,
Yeah.
but he's such a little baby.
Baby, we
A little
can't
baby,
fight.
yeah.
Oh, I will say I fucking hated Insanerator or whatever the shit his name was.
Oh, Insaniac.
Yeah, he was pissing
like
me off. I was like, get out of here.
you have way too much going on right now, bro. Like take a step back. Take a step back. Like Scratchy was like jumping around and being crazy, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
but he
loud.
wasn't being annoying. He was just
Yeah.
having fun.
He
Which
just
maybe
had
Insaniac or whatever the hell his name is. Maybe he was also having fun, but he was having fun at my expense because I was annoyed.
he was taking my fun. He was being a fun vampire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
He was
the
like,
fuck
I'm
you,
gonna
bud.
do some crusty ass stand up bits, which maybe like in the 90s they weren't crusty, but I feel like they had to have been. They had to have already been crusty at that point.
It didn't age well. Like the it's extra crusty on top, you know.
Yeah. Like it's giving Freakazoid if Freakazoid was just horrible and annoying.
Oh yeah, no, you could never be Freakazoid, bro. You can't stand where he stood.
You wish you could be Freakazoid.
Oh right, and then I had notes of like where we were gonna go from here,
Okay,
and
okay.
it didn't save for
Oh,
this. For yeah, it didn't
oh,
save. So we're just winging it from here, Tira. We're just
that's
on
okay.
a non-guided tour of Small
That's okay.
Soldiers.
I had a lot of thoughts. I was like, I went into it being like, oh, I think I've seen this before, and then nothing clicked. I was like, none of this is familiar. I don't think I've seen this at all.
I don't yeah, I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid. And I could see like why I liked it, even though like I'll get into it in a little bit, but this was not a commercial success when it came out. But there is reasons for that, which I'll get into. But it's just like I thought this movie was like bigger than it actually was. Um,
Well, I thought it was pretty big, and I hadn't even seen it apparently. So I had the toys, and I've seen like I guess somebody had the movie because I remember seeing the cover of Small Soldiers. So like I'm like, damn, this cover's cool as hell.
yeah,
And
there was a lot of controversy for this movie, which again, I have some facts that we're gonna get into in a little bit, but we'll finish like talking about the actual story in our thoughts on it. And yeah. But
um,
where were we?
we were talking
So,
about Insaniac being the worst.
oh yeah, just fucking. You know what? The Commandos can have them. That's
If we have to keep everyone else and offer one for the good of many, you can take Insaniac.
yeah. Just you can have them. Also, Alan is tough as hell. Like that. Like he gets
That kid
hurt.
was like, yeah, he's been rolled over, set on fire, stabbed. He got stabbed with those corn things, and
That's
everyone else
yeah.
just like, I was like, damn, they just like pulled what's her face's hair, and then they stabbed that motherfucker with corn things.
Like yeah, just and like when he pulled him out, that's giving me like somebody gets shot and just spits out the bullets right in front of the enemy. He didn't even
Right.
flinch ripping them out, or when they went in, he's just like, oh fuck, and then just some more fucking
Just rip them
wounds from
out.
this fucking war that's going on.
I know, it's crazy. And then you see him on the other side. Didn't even limp or anything. I would have been a huge baby if I had to rip out uh corn
Oh yeah.
things.
Oh, I'd be like fucking throwing a fit right then when that happened. Like,
One time
mom, get the
yeah, yeah.
antibacterial stuff, mom.
One time I stepped on like it's some kind of thorny thing and it got stuck deep in my foot, and my mom was like trying to take it out, and I was like screaming and hollering. I was like, no, no, no. And she's like, well, it has to come out. And I'm like, and then he just rips it out. That's why he gets to wear the flannel. See, I
He
didn't get to
earned
wear
it.
the flannel. Yeah.
He earned it. Also, I like that the commandos were building like the machinery and stuff out of just like household things.
Yeah.
I thought it was like really cool, like the inventions that they were coming up with, and kind of, you know, when they go into the shed in the back and start making like all the weaponry and the vehicles and stuff. I thought that was really cool, just the way they pulled it off. Just it's like, oh yeah, I could see why that might actually work, even though it wouldn't actually work.
It wouldn't. Yeah.
But like it's like, okay,
I can see
okay.
how a random toy might think that would work.
Yeah, exactly. And just like they just like take the chip and like stick it in just like an electronic thing. It's like, oh yeah, that'll program them. Like that'll do
Somehow it gives all the dolls sentience. They're like hive mind.
And they're boy crazy, just right off the rip.
Yeah. I mean, you know how women are. They're
Women
always shopping. They love wasting your time and
making quips, making quips at
and
you.
doing their makeup.
Oh yeah, I mean, even though they have like shaved heads, even though like they had their head shaved, but then like tried to put hair back on, and it just looked awful. Like, but it was so
It's
like
called
funny.
fashion sweaty.
Look it up. You don't know anything about fashion.
Yeah, there's shit about fashion. Like Gwendy.
Gwendy.
Gwendol Army.
So what'd you think about how they won? How they won the war?
Oh, I wanted to say, I thought whenever they like bashed out of the garage door with all of their like makeshift vehicles, I was so happy. I was like, this gives me full delight in the bottom of my tummy. I was like, look at these little fuckers.
They were menaces, like, and like there
I
was
know.
like 250,000 of each about to go out to the public. Like this
Yeah.
is just one set. All of them out in the wild. They could have fucked it. They could have really done some damage. Like,
Well, that's why they're gonna sell them to Brazil or whatever.
Yeah, like that'd be terrifying. Like for the military to have those, because like they could just like infiltrate and assimilate and take care of somebody, and like you wouldn't know. You wouldn't
Yeah,
know what
that
happened.
shit's fucking evil.
Yeah.
But they would.
Oh yeah, and they probably make billions of dollars off of those toys to the military.
Well, that's why they're just giving away like checks at the end of the movie. They're just like, whatever, dude. We're gonna return dividends whenever we sell this to the Defense Department.
Yeah, like this amount of money, I wouldn't even pick up off the ground. We're about to make so much from the Defense Department.
Right.
Bro.
I would literally.
Like,
I'm sneezing on this right now.
yeah. And then, so this is where we're going into the end and the update that I got and your theory about what happened, because we see him get in the boat in the park and go on the water. What do you
Yeah.
think happened?
They go in the little boat and they end up being like the troll of Central Park, and they find them a little home and they're happy.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice. It's, you know what? You're not far off. So, as of this month, the Small Soldiers co-writer Adam Rifkin confirmed on Facebook that the Gorgonites successfully made it, quote, home.
Aww.
They made it, Tirif. They got home. They found Gorgon. They did it.
Yay!
And I thought
just
that
want
was
them to be
nice.
happy.
Yeah, they made it
Just-
home. That's all I wanted.
I also thought that it was funny. She's like, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. I'm like, okay, I don't know if wind and this unknown location that nobody knows about is necessarily the same equivalent, but I believe in you.
Yeah, you know what? Bless your heart, you know.
Bless your heart, you little cat monster.
No cat monster. All right, we're gonna get to a new section of this. This is called Facts via IMDb. I definitely did not confirm if they were actually true, but you know what? We ball anyway.
All right, as long as we're not confirming things.
No, not confirming it, spreading misinformation. It's what you do
Yeah.
in 2026.
I actually was in Small Soldiers.
Oh, were you? Who were you?
I was a extra in the back. I was the kid that went up to the toy store and was like, "Oh, those toys are fucking lame." That was me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Good
yeah,
for
that
you.
was
Good
me.
for
Yeah,
you.
I'm an actor.
Oh, wow. You know, I was in the presence of fame. You know what I
I
mean?
think you did. I think you could feel it.
Yeah. You know what? I had a sense about it. So you know what? All right.
It's like one of those things where you're like, you feel like you know, but you don't want to say anything because you don't wanna look stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm, mhm.
So, first thing of trivia. So,
Okay,
the
okay.
murder of Phil Hartman before the premiere of this movie, who, those of you who don't know, played
I don't
the
know.
neighbor Phil Fimple with the satellite dish, who was Dunst's dad. Um, he was murdered by his wife after filming this movie and before it came
Oh,
out. This was his last live action movie that he actually made before he was murdered. Um, After the credits, there was an outtake of
I
him
saw
filming a
that.
scene, and then it said that with the message for Phil, that's because, yeah, this was his final live action performance. But he also, which this is kind of like anime lore, he was the English, he was the last thing he actually had released was an English dub for Kiki's Delivery Service. He did one of
Oh,
the English voices, and that was his last performance. So it's, you know, a nice little bit of lore for Phil Hartman because
damn,
he
what
was
did he do
funny.
to
He
his
was great.
wife?
There's a whole thing about it. It's
Lord.
she
Alright,
kind
well,
of
I'll look
lost
it
her
up.
shit. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's definitely like crazy to read. It's definitely one of the things to
It's
go
a lot.
into. This was also one of the only PG-13 movies. That's right, this was PG-13 movies to ever be sold on video cassette in one of those clamshell cases. It was also the very last one to have that done.
Wait, how is it the first and the last?
It was one of the only PG. It wasn't the only one that ever
Oh, okay.
did, but after this, no PG-13 movie was in these cases. But there is a reason why that happened. So they had done all the, you know, they had filmed it, they had made this movie about to launch it, but then the rating came out as PG-13, which is due to a specific scene in which they put the drugs in the drink to knock them out.
Oh, yeah, that motherfucker was just doing a murder. I was like, "She would die."
Yeah, no, that like so that yeah, that caused this to be PG-13, and Burger King had created a line of children's toys for this. It obviously, like, it took them by surprise when the rating came out. According
They're
to the
like, "Oh!"
director, it made them scared, and there was a pamphlet accompanying the toys that included the disclaimer: while toys are suitable for children of all ages, the movie Small Soldiers may contain material that is inappropriate for younger children, which is one of the only times they ever had to do that in their history, that they had to have like something accompanying like that. And some restaurants wouldn't even allow them to be released in the Burger King. And a lot of them offered where if your children did get a Small Soldiers toys, if the parents didn't want it, they were able to exchange it for a Mr. Potato Head toy.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head. So even though this was, like I said, kind of a failure at first, it kind of grew from there. So this was a budget of $40 million, which doesn't seem like a lot now, but obviously in the 90s that was a lot for a movie.
Mm.
Which I thought it was going to cost more, to be honest with you, just because of how much like puppeteering and everything came in. Um, so like I said, the budget of 40 million, it made about 87.5 million in theaters, which is considered kind only slightly profitable because you usually take the budget and double it
Yeah.
to include, you know, promotions and all that stuff. So it only made 87.5 million, but it did do very well in home video sales. So it's unsure exactly how much it would have made from that. There's no like figures that I could find about that, but it became a cult classic and is considered now a successful movie because of the VHS sales. There was also, which is crazy to me, they were so confident, 4 video games released in 1998 for this
That's
movie.
hilarious.
Yeah, there was one on PlayStation, one on PC, one on Game Boy, and then a second one on PC made by a different company. And I remember like the games and messing around with them. I think it would be really awesome to have like a remake of these games come out because from what I remember, it was like Did you ever play like Quake growing up or anything, or Unreal
No,
Tournament?
no.
No, well, Unreal Tournament, like one of the big draws for custom levels was just like people in, you know, as toys in a like huge house or whatever. Like everything's real size, you're a toy size. You've seen it in other games and stuff like that. There's a whole game
I'm
about
sure I
it.
have.
Yeah. And the game, sorry, was a lot like that. It was just like fucking you're just a toy in a giant room and you're at war with the Gorgonites or the commandos. You can choose your team and stuff. And I was like, I would play that again because it looks so much fun. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll do a stream of it or something because like it was so much
You
fun
gotta,
that I
you
remember.
gotta. Now you have to play all of the small soldier games.
All right, gonna figure it out. I'll figure it
There's only
out.
like 4, which is more than I would think there are.
Yeah, in 1 year, like that's insane that it came out. And I kind of briefly touched on how much love was in that. But I do have a little snippet about the behind the scenes in the making of this. The original production plan was to shoot most of the live action toy scenes with puppets on a blue screen stage rather than on sets. Industrial Light and Magic, which is the company that would do it, would then composite those blue
Composite.
screen elements into the final scenes. But after they started filming, they just abandoned that idea. They're like, no, let's put them on set. Like, let's actually start filming with them on set and having them interact with the actors and make it look better. And there's a quote. Those of us who do this for a living are clearly people who don't want to grow up. Some of us could have been doctors or lawyers, but we prefer to play with toys and draw pictures and push clay around. We're all kids in men's bodies and we're all toy lovers. So who among us wouldn't want to go to work and play with cool action figures? Small Soldiers was a fantastic experience for all of us. And I was like, I love that. Like
I
that's
love that.
adorable. um
I don't, maybe that's why, like, watching it, I'm just like, yo, it just like feels like people are playing with toys. Like it, so I mean, I guess that's exactly what's happening. I was like, this shit is so fucking delightful. I'm having such a good time. I
yeah,
know they're
no,
doing war propaganda, but I'm having a good time.
just having a good that picture you showed me, I'll add this in the video. But that's the one I'm talking about is that game.
Well,
That's the
you're
one
gonna
I'm
go and
remembering.
play the game so you can get the video information.
Oh, true. Yeah. You know what? Even if I don't play it, I'm throwing it in here. Editor, add that.
Editor, chop chop.
Chop chop. Get to work. Get to work. Yeah,
You can do it.
that's gonna conclude the first episode of the
Yay!
Under the Pink Hat podcast. So thank you so much for Tira for joining me and kicking this shit off. Make sure you go and follow Tira. If I'll put the links in the description, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and make sure. And you know what you could do, everyone.
You could follow Pink Hat,
Yeah, and you
the
could
Pink
also
Hat podcast.
give the video a like. What's the harm?
Yeah,
You
and you
know?
can tell us your favorite character.
Yeah, tell me your favorite character in the comments or your favorite
Yeah.
scene even. And if you
And
don't, the commandos are coming your way.
yeah, and if it's not Archer, I'll find you.
Yeah, if it's not Archer, Tyrif's gonna
I'm gonna
fuck you
bite your
up.
ankles.
Tyrif's a dog. That's lore. Put a picture of a dog.
Dog wolf. This is coming for your ankles. Please put the smallest, fluffiest little dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. You'll be pleasantly surprised at what I put here. But yeah, thank you, Tira. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And we'll see you next week where I make one of my other friends do this again. So, bye.